Well, son. Yes. So many courthouses, I can't ever remember.
Attorney Bowles, make sure you mute yourself because we can hear you talking.
Thank you, A. Freeman. Good
Thank
morning, everyone. We are officially on the record. We're streaming live via YouTube. My name is Judge Tamika West Bernard. I'm presiding over the criminal preliminary hearing calendar for this morning, July 19, 2023. The inmates that are on the list this morning will be appearing via Zoom at the Clayton County Jail. I'm going to call the calendar. As I call the calendar, each party for each counsel for the defendant will make any announcements about the case, as well as ADA Cheryl Freeman. At position 1, I have the state of Georgia versus Tariq Ismail Abdor. Is the state ready?
State's ready.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. I don't see where an attorney is assigned to that case.
Okay, Native Conflict Counsel. Okay.
And Judge, what date do you know that we'll be using for cases that are continued today?
We're still
Yes,
gonna
let me get a
use
date
August
from Ms.
7th.
Mary.
We're still gonna use August 7th.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna reset that one to August 7th. Position 2, the state of Georgia versus Jaquez Alexander. Is the state
Judge,
ready?
Well, the state's ready. But before you came on, the deputies did indicate that Mr. Alexander is one of the inmates who's refusing to come to court.
Nicole
Okay,
Jones for
so-
Mr. Alexander. We're just going to go ahead and waive him.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney Jones. Position 4, I have the state of Georgia versus Khalid Gregory Brown. Is the state ready?
Judge, our witness, this is the same investigator Davis who I had indicated to the court on Monday, who's going to be out for a while as a result of the incident that happened over the weekend. And so
I do recall that.
yes, and so we are asking that if we can't get it resolved, that we reschedule it.
Okay, who's the counsel for Mr. Brown?
Christo, Your Honor, he sent an email asking that his case be continued.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I did forward that email to you this morning.
Yes, I do recall reviewing it.
Okay.
So we're gonna reset that one for August 7th.
No, I'm sorry, Cheryl, we're gonna go to August 9th. I just looked at the calendar.
Okay.
So the first reset, you're gonna use the 9th as well, Ms. Mary?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, August
Thank you.
7th is too full.
So August 9th.
So position 1 will be August 9th, and then position 4 will be August 9th. Okay, Cheryl?
All right. Thank you.
So we'll use that for the rest of the day, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Position 8, we have the state of Georgia versus Keon Maria Bush.
That's previously done.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I signed that one yesterday, correct?
Yes. Officer Hartley, you're excused.
Position 12, the state of Georgia versus Barrington Lee Chung. State ready?
State's ready.
Mr. Chung is my client, Your Honor. I need a moment to speak with him with regards to a bond offer.
Okay, thank you. Position 13, the state of Georgia versus Tracy Bernard Coleman.
State's ready.
And same announcement for Mr. Coleman, Your Honor. Just need a moment to speak with him.
Position 14, the state of Georgia versus Chase E. Dewar.
State's ready.
And the defendant's attorney.
That's Attorney Booker.
Morning, Your Honor. Robert Booker for Mr. DeWar.
You ready to go, Mr.
I'm here,
Booker?
Judge. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yes, Your Honor, I am. I'm
Okay,
in Bibb County Courthouse. I'm gonna switch over to my iPhone so I can get better reception.
okay, so that's gonna be a hearing, is that correct? 8
It is, Your Honor. Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Position 16, the state of Georgia versus Corey Alexander Dillard.
Judge, that's the case with an officer who is out as a result of the incident that happened over the weekend. So we're asking that it be continue if we can't get it resolved.
Okay, and counsel for the defendant.
Your Honor, that's assigned to Bill Matos.
I'm sorry to hear you, Ms. Davis.
Bill Matos, William Matos is assigned to that case. It's a conflict.
Okay, is he on the Zoom?
He is not on the Zoom link, Judge, and normally Mr. Matos will email me if he has a case, so I'm not sure if he was even aware that he had this case.
Yeah, I sent it to
Okay.
him late yesterday, so probably he's not aware yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's reset that for August 9th.
And Judge, do you have an officer or an investigator, Hardeman, waiting to be let in?
Okay, let me see it real quick.
I just got an email indicating that he was waiting to be let in.
Did he put his name in, Cheryl? I see an iPhone, but there's no name.
Let me reply to the email because I just got an email that he was waiting to be let in.
Okay. Position. Position 22, the state of Georgia versus Darren Deshaun Gibson. Is the state rating?
Judge, that's going to be a consent bond this morning with Attorney Preston Fleming.
Okay,
And we were considering that fact, we'd waive, Your Honor. We'd waive prelim.
okay. Is that your only case, Attorney Fleming?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, that phone was ringing.
I said, is that your only case?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay, you're free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You already have the paperwork, you'll be able to send that over today?
Yeah, I'm going to send him the paperwork after at the end of the calendar.
Okay.
Your Honor. Mhm.
Okay, yeah, if you can get that signed so we can get it done today, I appreciate that, Attorney Fleming.
Thank you, Your Honor, I will. Thank you.
Thank
Ms. Fleming.
you.
Thank you. Mhm.
Position
Also,
20.
Judge, I
sorry.
just got a message also that Officer White is also waiting to be let in.
I let him in.
Okay.
He was on for a second and then he disappeared.
Okay.
But he's
All
not,
right.
he's not in the waiting room, Cheryl.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Position 25, the state of Georgia versus Leandra Lynette Haddett.
That'll be a fast track this morning.
And who's the attorney for the defendant?
Attorney Pleasant.
Okay. Position 27, the state of Georgia versus Germany Harper.
State's ready.
Attorney
Defendant-
Rogers?
Yeah, that's my case, Sean. It's probably gonna be here for the last check, but I'll double check with you this morning.
Okay. Position 29, the state of Georgia versus DeAndre Chenard Hart.
Judge, that's a case involving Investigator Davis. So we were asked that it be continued if we can't get it resolved.
And Your Honor, that case is not assigned an attorney. It's a conflict.
Okay. So we'll reset that to August 9th for the record. Position 33, the state of Georgia versus Broderick Jones.
State's ready.
Same announcement as before, Your Honor. No attorney assigned.
You said need counsel?
Yes,
Yes,
Your Honor.
Judge, no attorneys assigned yet.
Okay.
And the same announcement for McQuavis Jones also, Your Honor.
Okay. So we're gonna reset both of those to August 9th.
I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't hear the second person. McQuavius.
I'm sorry to hear you.
Cuevas Jones. Well, he's one of the inmates also, Judge, that was refusing to come to court.
Okay. So that's gonna be, Ms. Mayor, that's gonna be a position 35. Also, it's
Okay.
gonna be reset. That's Mercavis Jones is gonna be reset for August 9th.
And they're both no attorney to also, right?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Mhm. Position 37, the state of Georgia versus Blaine Jerome Marshall.
Good morning.
Judge, I'm sorry, that's gonna be a consent bond this morning with attorney Tamika Dennis.
Yes, ma'am, and we will waive.
Okay. Ms. Dennis, is that your only case?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay, are you free to go?
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank you.
And I'll get you the paperwork when we finish the calendar.
Thank you, Ms. Freeman.
Thank you. You have a good one.
You too.
Position 38, the state of Georgia versus Willie James Oliver. The state
That's
ready?
just gonna be a fast track this morning.
And the attorney for the defendant?
Attorney Nicole Jones.
Position 39, the state of Georgia versus Jarrell Pollard.
The state's ready.
That'll be my case, Your Honor. I need
Okay,
to.
Mr. Attorney Oden?
Yes, I'd like to speak to my client on the issue of bond.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Position 45, the state of Georgia versus Bryant Terrell Robinson.
Judge, that's what Investigator Davis, so we're asking that it be continued if we can't get it resolved today.
Okay,
And
and
no
then,
attorneys assigned, Your Honor, for that case.
okay, so need attorney. So we'll reset that to August 9th. Position 47, the state of Georgia versus Angel.
Your
Rob-
Honor, I am so sorry to disturb you. I am so sorry to disturb you. We have two other inmates that's acting out down here, which is Wallace and Admin Rubin.
Wallace?
Yes, ma'am. His first name is Jarvin.
It's the second to the last
And
case,
then you
Judge.
said Williams?
Yeah, not Williams. It's Ruback.
Ruby.
Oh, the one I just called Ruby, okay. What's
Yeah,
the,
Angel Ruby.
Ruby, yeah, what's the status of his case, 8's Freeman?
Well, Justice State's ready, but he also has another case that's Miss Mary, what date did you place this other case?
I gotta look, Cheryl. I can't remember off the top. of my
Okay,
head.
we can, Judge, we can, if he's acting out, if they need to send him back, we can place these cases on whatever day his other case is assigned.
I wanna say it's August 7th, Cheryl, but I'll have to look. But I'll look and let you guys know after the calendar's call.
Okay.
Okay, Attorney Roger, you the defense counsel?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I don't have an objection at the moment.
Okay. So before we go off the record, we'll confirm the date for his continuance. So you can return him, deputy, and then you said it's also Wallace?
Yes, ma'am. What's his name?
That's at position 65, the state of Georgia versus Javon Cornelius Wallace. Was the state ready to proceed forward with that case?
Yes, Judge. But again, we can, it's not a problem if it needs to be continued. It's another jail case.
Okay, do we have a defendant's attorney for Mr. Wallace?
Yes, Your Honor, Attorney Bowles is on.
Okay, Mr. Bowles here. Yeah, I see. Mr. Bowles, can you turn on your video?
Sorry about that, Judge.
That's okay. So they said that Mr. Wallace, your client, is, I guess, is acting out, and so we need to see if we can get a continuance if he's being problematic.
Well, we can go ahead and move him to August 9th then.
Okay, August 9th. Would that work? 88 Freeman.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, so deputies, you can return him as well, August 9th.
Judge, that's the only case I have on. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Position 52, the state of Georgia versus Calvin Lamar Sims.
State's ready.
Yeah, that's one of the people that they said wouldn't come to court this morning. And yeah, he wouldn't come to the visit either. So I guess
he wouldn't come. He wouldn't speak with you.
He wouldn't come down. One of the inmates was nice enough to go and actually talk to him and see if he would come. He still would not come. So I don't know.
Do we just want to reset that to August 9th to see if he feels differently?
Sounds like that's probably the only option we have at the moment.
Okay. Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll check in with him on August 9th. Okay.
And Judge, I also, I'll wait to the end of the calendar. It's regarding Angel Ruby, because one of his cases, he is a co-defendant with Wallace. And so if possible, if we could just put all of his cases on August 9th.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Cheryl, his other cases, I had moved them to August 7th. So you're right. We probably need to move everything.
All of them, August.
Okay, so let's just move them. Okay, no problem. We can just move them all to August 9th.
So is that okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, the next case we have on the calendar at position 53 is the state of Georgia versus Christine Stevens.
The state's ready.
I anticipate there'll be a waiver of some sort. I just need to speak to Mr. Stevens this morning to confirm.
Okay. Thank you, Attorney Rogers. Position 60, the state of Georgia versus Kyle Chance Thicklin. Is the state ready?
The state's ready.
No, need to hold on that one. Yeah, I probably need to hold on that one. Speak probably with Ms. Davis, but either way, I think we may end up needing to continue with stuff.
Okay. Position 63, the state of Georgia versus Jamarius D. Anthony Tench.
The state's ready.
Ms. Jones? Attorney Jones? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
You're breaking up, Nicole. I think she said she needed to talk to Mr. Tench.
Okay. And then position 65, the state of Georgia versus Jarvin Cornelius Wallace, that has been continued to August 9th of 2023.
I do. I need to speak to him.
Okay, I have it down. And then let's see, at position 66 is going to be the state of Georgia versus Jaquin Amel Williams. Is the state ready?
The state's ready.
Your Honor, that defendant is assigned to Chris Tolles, so should be continued.
Okay.
He's also a co-defendant to Wallace and Ruby. So we were asked that that be on August 9th as well.
Okay, Ms. Mayor, if you could put Mr. Williams on the calendar for August 9th of 2023.
Okay.
Okay. With that said, that will conclude the calling of the calendar this morning. Is it anyone present that did not hear their name called, their case name called, or their client's name called?
Yes, Your Honor. I was having trouble logging on this morning. Officer White or Ross Thomas.
I don't see that case on the calendar this morning. So Officer White, so it's either on a different date or that person may be out on bond.
Correct.
Ms. Freeman, oh, excuse me.
Yes.
We have
1 minute.
Alexander. Oh, sorry, Your Honor.
1 minute. We're gonna I need to state for the record that we're going to briefly go off the record to allow the parties to see if they can resolve any additional cases, and then we will resume the proceedings if there are any hearings that will be